Hi. In this video, I want to discuss pretty generally happiness and how researchers in positive psychology are basically exploring what it means for someone to be happy. And they're doing this through the acronym PERMA. P stands for positive emotion, E for engagement, R for relationships, M for meaning, and A for accomplishment. Now, for P, we think of feeling good in the moment. According to the researcher that founded this sort of idea, his name is Martin Seligman, by the way, P is largely genetic. Some people experience what is called in psychology more affect, more feeling than others. And that true happiness, true human flourishing, isn't about pleasure in the moment. It's about something more, and we'll get to that. E is engagement. Have you ever felt like you've lost a sense of time in a conversation with another person, or in a project you're doing, or just whatever it may be, whether you're painting or reading a book or playing a game? You would enter in this state of what psychologists refer to as flow, this sort of sense of just immersing yourself just in the experience, losing a sense of time. This is called engagement, and they're trying to measure this. Next is R for relationships. Okay, I'm going to ask you, tell me about your marriage, tell me about your friendships, and you have a positive outlook on the main relationships in your life. You're going to be a lot happier of a person. You're going to experience more happiness, and this has to do with the default network in the brain. We are wired, in a sense, to connect with others, and when we're connecting with others, we are feeling motivated and we are getting excited about our life. M is the next one, and that stands for meaning. Okay, now we're NFs, or at least most of us, I would think. So we want to talk about, what's the purpose of life? What does it mean to be a human? Like, what is meaning all about? But the fact of the matter is that every person needs meaning in their lives. I would just say we like to think about it a little more. We get a little more excited about meaning as NFs. But meaning just refers to living in such a way that extends or transcends the self, the individuality of the person. So if I lived in a community and I was sort of had this ideal in mind, say I was a Christian and I lived in a Christian community and I felt connected to my community because of my values, I'm going to be happier. I'm connected to something outside of myself. And this kind of relates back to the social reward system, right? We need to share our beliefs with others. We need to have meaning that transcends the individual. Okay, which is just not very American if you think about it, because we live in a culture that sort of relativizes what it means for something to be right and wrong. Just makes morality about the personal experience, which honestly is not what it's all about. It's about sharing morality, and it's about feeling connected. Next, we have A. So we have P-E-R-M-A. Now, A is just liberating to think about. A stands for accomplishment. So if you set out to achieve a goal, whether that be, learning how to play guitar, finishing a novel, a chapter, studying for a test, and you succeed, you get a 95 on that test. Your expectations are blown out of the water. You feel good about yourself. Or if you set out to live a healthier lifestyle and you're doing it. You're actually doing it. You're seeing the weight drip off your body. You're seeing, definition. This sense of setting out to achieve a goal and then actually doing it, actually achieving it, makes you feel really good about yourself, and it gives you a sense of self-love, of self-esteem. Okay? So that's PERMA. That's Martin Seligman, and that's positive psychology in a nutshell. Really cool ideas to think about. Something else I'd like to mention here is the relationship between two traits of personality: conscientiousness and extroversion. Now, conscientiousness sort of relates to that accomplishment part of PERMA, that ability to set out a goal and achieve that goal over time, despite the feeling in the moment. Despite the feeling in the moment. Making something about, a part of your lifestyle requires discipline. It requires conscientiousness. It requires, and here it is, delay of gratification. Okay? Delay of gratification. Self-control. Virtues. Okay? Now that is the kicker. Okay? From a young age, if you can resist temptation, you bet you're going to be able to be more social. You're probably going to do a lot better in academia. Probably going to score better on the SAT. Having self-control is everything. I mean, if you really think about it in a fundamental way, what separates us from other animals is our prefrontal cortex, which, oh wait, where does self-control come from? The right, wait, hold on, right, left, right, yeah, right, ventrolateral, prefrontal, so like right here. Right in there. That right there. That neurons fired there. We see oxygen, blood levels on fMRIs in that region of the brain when we practice self-control. Ah, it's great. Self-control. Think about that. It's really powerful stuff, in my opinion. So by being conscientious, by focusing on these goals and achieving these goals, and by being more receptive to social engagements, being more receptive to others, we experience happiness. We experience well-being. So there it is. That's the video. That's what I want to talk about. Really cool ideas, really cool things to think about. Do you have any questions or interests in seeing me talk about anything, or just questions about, honestly, the MBTI? Well, just comment. I'd love for you to subscribe to me. I think it's cool that I have a little following going for me. Yeah, and keep being wonderful and keep being intrigued, like feel that passion. Feel that passion. Coffee helps. But remember, self-control. Keep it to 1 cup a day.